fight could really be a major fight that a lot of people are looking to see. When did you know that?
When the people start talking, and obviously everybody around try to make this fight. I say, look, needs to be big.
This fight doesn't happen if you're never born, right? You made this fight happen. Why this fight?
Not me, it is who behind me.
I like Crawford, get right to it.
Why?
Because he's like the first time you went from regular TV, which you've been doing a long time, to 3D. He's different. Really, that's the simplest way I can say it.
The showdown between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez wasn't just a fight hype, was a spectacle that matched every ounce of its hype. Even Canelo admitted the event was too monumental to ignore. Though he initially turned down the offer, the sheer demand transformed it into a historic clash, drawing fans from around the globe. The atmosphere left no doubt. This was far more than boxing, it was a worldwide
Fight.
You know, I take this fight because you can see how big is this fight, no? The beginning when they say, hey, you thinking about fight Crawford, I say, never thinking about that. But you can't realize how big is this fight, no? Mexican, always Mexican versus USA is big. And two of the best pound for pound. And I think this fight is huge and means a lot for me.
When did you realize, when did the moment hit you that this fight can really, really be big? This fight can really be a major fight that a lot of people are looking to see. When did you know that?
When the people start talking, and obviously everybody around try to make this fight. I say, look, needs to be big, right? Because Netflix, Riyadh season, everybody interested in this fight. So that's when I realized how big is this fight.
Crawford felt like initially you needed some convincing because you thought it was a lose-lose proposition, whereas you're fighting the smaller guy, and if you won, you wouldn't really get any credit for it. Was that what you were thinking?
Yeah, but if you think well, I've been in that position.
Saudi advisor and chairman Turki Al-Ashik reflected that the fight was never just about boxing. It was about creating a once-in-a-lifetime spectacle. He emphasized its importance for fans, especially with the chance that this could be Terence Crawford's final showcase on such a massive stage. For Al-Ashik, presenting the bout to a global audience carried lasting weight, uniting the legends at the peak of their craft and cementing a moment in boxing history that will be remembered for generations.
My country and my boss, you know. But really, if you look at as a business, this fight will not happen if we are not involved. As Gia, Riyadh season, Saudi Arabia, this is truth. Because even with what the relationship with Netflix, and we are very happy about it, still this fight costs more and more.
Speaking of cost more and more, for everyone who watches it, everyone already has a Netflix account. So they're not paying anything extra for it.
Yeah.
You, however, are the guy who just paid hundreds of millions of dollars for a pay-per-view fight that you wanted to see. So people like to get their money's worth. What do you want to see from this fight?
First, not what I want to see, what all the people around the world, and you are fans of boxing, want to see. It's take too long, but thanks God, without the support behind me from my government, my leaders, the Crown Prince and the vision, and without the love of the fans, we will stop not complete. This is what push us. This kind of fight, special Canelo Crawford, I want to explain it to you exactly why it is important and the fight of the century. Canelo is the biggest name in boxing now, and Crawford undefeated and have the chance.
Advisor and chairman Turki Al-Ashik reflected that the event was never just about boxing, it was about delivering a once-in-a-lifetime spectacle. He highlighted how profoundly it connected with fans around the world, especially with the chance that it could mark Terence Crawford's final performance on such a grand stage. For Al-Ashik, hosting this bout carried lasting significance, bringing together two legends at the height of their craft and etching a chapter of boxing history that will be treasured for generations.
For the third time. Maybe this is the last fight for Crawford. And for Canelo, it's mean a lot for his fan in North America and South America and all the world he doesn't want to get beating from guy getting up 2-3 weight.
Saudi advisor and chairman, Turki Alalshik, reflected that the event was never merely about boxing, it was about creating a once-in-a-lifetime spectacle. He underscored how deeply it resonated with fans worldwide, particularly with the possibility that it could stand as Terence Crawford's final performance on such a grand stage. For Alalshik, hosting the bout carried enduring significance, uniting two legends at the peak of their craft and carving a moment in boxing history destined to be remembered for generations.
Back in the day, I used Betamax, and then that was good. It was cool. VHS, VCR, all that stuff. I still got them, actually. And all of a sudden, digital came around.
There you go.
He's digital, really. And I'm not knocking Canelo for all the people out there that, you know, want to pull their arrows now and start slinging shots at me. Hey, that's okay. That's fine. But I'm not knocking him. He's a good, solid guy. He's
Good,
tremendous.
solid guy. He's 63-2, Teddy, and has never been knocked out. And this guy that's
what's
fighting him
his
is
record?
moving up 63-2.
Wait, what's his record?
63-2.
By who's accounting?
What do you mean by who's accounting? What are you trying to say?
What am I trying to say? There's a couple fights there that you might be able to argue there. Just a little bit.
Okay.
Starting with Triple G. Just a little bit. A little bit, you know? I mean, you're insulting him a little bit. You know, like in a movie with De Niro.
I'm not insulting him. I'm pointing out the facts. But here's my point to you, Teddy. He's 63-2.
Lara, how about the Lara fight?
Hold on.
You want to go back further?
Okay. What about Madrimov with Crawford? I'm just saying.
No, he beat Madrimov. He didn't look the way we want him to look.
Okay.
Because stepping up for the first time to that weight class, he didn't look the way that we wanted to say, oh my God.
Well, stay with me. Let me ask you this question.
And Madrimov was not getting the credit for the kind of fighter that he was.
But let me ask you a question, Teddy Atlas. He didn't look the way you wanted him to look, moving up from 147 to 154. Now he's going from 154 to 2 weight classes to 168 against a guy who's 11-0 at the 168-pound limit and is entering his 12th fight undefeated and has never been knocked out.
Yeah, VHS digital. Did you worry about that jump when you went from VHS to digital? No, you just said we're at digital now, and it looks good. It looks really good, and you look great. No, you do.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You look tremendous.
But I'm just saying. Listen, I believe in Crawford too, and I believe that Crawford is one of the top 2 fighters on the planet. But he is moving up 2 weight classes, and when people look at him going up against Canelo, here's what they're saying. He's got to keep his distance. He's got to hit, stick, and move. He can't stay in front of him.
And analyst Simon Jordan highlighted the extraordinary consistency and longevity of Canelo Alvarez's career, from debuting as a teenager to becoming one of boxing's biggest pay-per-view attractions. Canelo has carried immense expectations and delivered time after time. Jordan emphasized that few fighters remain at the top for over a decade, yet Canelo has done so across multiple weight divisions. The fight itself reflected that legacy: his composure under pressure, sharp ring IQ, and ability to exploit the smallest openings showcased the depth of his experience. Every adjustment he made reinforced why he is regarded as one of the greats of this era. As Jordan noted, sustaining dominance against younger, bigger, and fresher opponents is a rare achievement, and in that sense, the bout further solidified Canelo's status as a generational icon in boxing.
You think you'll box?
I don't know, maybe 2 more.
2 more years?
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you want to accomplish that you haven't yet accomplished?
I already accomplished everything.
So
and I did everything in boxing. Yeah. So I'm fine.
When this is all over for you, maybe in 2 years from now, what do you want to be remembered for?
One of the greatest fighters in the boxing history. That's why I'm here. That's why I start boxing. So I'm doing good.
I think you've already accomplished that.
Yeah.
Went even deeper on it.
He did. Look, Canelo's achievements speak for themselves. You see, he's been around a long, long time, 20 years as a pro, and he's beat some of the best fighters out there for sure. I think that Paulie there is referring to him avoiding Benavidez, the fight that everyone's wanted to see and wanted to make. He's been picking and choosing his own opponents, and he has had some easy options. And he gets an opportunity to go in against Terence Crawford, or Terence Crawford gets the opportunity to go against him. Look, whatever way you want to look at it, I think that you cannot deny how good Canelo has been. He has adapted. He's had to adjust. He now, he stalks forward. He hunts his prey, but he single shots to the body, single shots to the head, and that's why I think timing for Terence Crawford here could be
Duke. Me and Spencer have got Terence Crawford. How do you think this fight is won and lost?
Yeah, I think this fight is won for Crawford by sticking to his boxing, which he does beautifully. from the outset, I thought Crawford would win this fight simply because
You're in our game.
he's a great boxer, right? He switches from left to right effortlessly. He's a good stayer. He's got that spite that you need as a champion. What he's done has been done before, albeit, you know, many moons ago with Sugar Ray Leonard when he moved up and boxed Donnie Lalonde from welterweight to super middleweight, but he stopped off in between that and boxed Marvelous Marvin Hagler. So that's probably a harder route even still, but I feel that it's a stone difference. It's not really that much, not when you look at the bigger picture. A stone in weight is a lot of weight, of course it is. And you know, sometimes you don't even want to give away a pound in weight, but the fact that he's putting on a stone of pure muscle